really hard to keep on a regular showering schedule as a grown up. Like if you don't have a grown up here, grown up there, like, ask me, did you bathe? It's like, did you? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not.
You got a point.
But it's like big up yourself if you did. But if you didn't, that's also okay. It's like hard out there. Good. Look, that is fancy. I didn't know. Are you in the armholes? My goodness.
My armholes. No, I am. Well,
No.
it's not as cozy now, though.
But no, it's a much better look. Anyways. What's up, everybody? It's Josh and Jess here with God Hates Unicorns, and we're here with another very exciting round of bands and artists we like and support that aren't as good as God Hates Unicorns. It's just the name of the show. We're not changing it. And here with us today, we have Broom.
Hello. Three fifths of Broom.
3/5 of Broom,
Yeah.
yes.
3/5 of Broom. The Broom that matters.
That's a lot of people. 5 people in a band, that's too many.
We have 5.
That's too many.
Well, who are we cutting? You're gone.
I'm not gone.
You're gone. You leave.
Oh,
All right.
No. This is your house. You can leave after the interview. Anyway, so thank you all so much for coming on. We're excited to talk to you.
Thank you for having me.
So first off, your sound is like very refined. It's like a very rockin' like it's crazy to me. Like sometimes I don't know who the people are that are coming on. And it's like it's a very like
I don't
it's
tell her.
old. No, I knew it was Broom. But it's like very old school rock. It has like such a like great vibe to it, and like y'all are so young. So that was the surprising part to me. I'm like, these are kids. But tell us a little bit about your sound and how you came up with it.
I mean, I think our sound is just a mixture of everybody's music taste kind of in one. I think collectively all of us like that old rock and roll kind of sound. Obviously, like our bass player, he really likes the Beatles, and our other guitar player, he's a really big metalhead. These guys can speak for themselves. I really like punk rock, so I feel like we kind of mash it up.
Carter's a huge Van Halen fan.
Yeah.
And I'm a big Kiss fan. That's kind of a joke around the band that him and I like Van Halen and Kiss because we never shut up about them.
Yeah.
But that's like Grace is right. That's kind of where all our sound comes from. Is just we all kind of have our own tastes, and we kind of combine it all.
It's like a melting pot of rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a melting pot of rock, and it's cool that, oh my God, I'm this old person. It's so cool that the young people are listening to the old school.
So Carter actually, he's 17. He's still in high school. He's our drummer.
Hang on a second. Are you allowed to be on this podcast?
We think so. I would guess
I
so.
don't know.
We have he's still in high school. You're a year out of high school, and the rest of us are all around anywhere from 20 to 22. So we kind of have a decent age range going on.
Nope, not really.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. Like, oh my God, I want to applaud you, first of all, not just on your taste in music, but your execution. Like, I was like fucking picking my nose at 17, and you guys are doing this. Like, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank
When
you.
I was listening to your stuff, like, never in a million years would I be like, these are children. You're not. You're all pretty much grown ups, except for you. But it's just like, yeah. But it's just like so amazing, like the talent that you have and what you've put together and what you're doing right now. And it just makes me think like, oh my God, you're doing this now. And there's so much more. You have a whole lot of life coming. It's so cool.
Thank you.
So yeah, tell it, how did you start this band?
So my guitar player who isn't here, me and him knew each other from marching band, and one day I just saw him playing guitar, and I at the time was playing bass guitar, and I thought I was good, but I really was not. So I walked up to him and I was like, "Hey, like we should start a band." And he was like, "Okay, yeah, we can jam together sometime." So then we jammed together and we hit it off as friends. And then I was like, "Well, if we're gonna have a band, we need a drummer." So we went through a couple different drummers. None of them really were up to par with what we wanted. And then finally, I talked to Carter one day in band, and I asked him to join the band. And at first, he didn't want to do it, but then
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I was very in between. But then I was like, well, it can't hurt to go. And then I loved it. And I was like, yeah, I gotta do this. I was
What was the thing that was making you feel like apprehensive?
I don't know. I think I'm still in high school. So I have the whole school day. Plus I'm involved in like soccer and marching band and track and like a couple other extracurricular activities already. So I didn't know what adding something on top of that would be like. But then it's totally worth it. Because like up until then, the only time I've played set with other people was in like jazz band and a little bit in marching band. So it was definitely a whole new experience that I didn't know that I was gonna fall in love with, and I did. It's awesome.
I'm going to interject and say that I'm very happy that you're saying marching band and not drumline.
Yes.
Hey, we were both in drumline. He's in drum set. He played drum set.
Yeah, I play drum set.
Well, I was in a marching band in high school like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I did quite a few.
But like, and we were one of the better. You know, we toured like the state because we were one of the better ones. But all the time, everyone was like, "I'm not in the marching band. I'm in the drum line." Like it was fucking different.
Okay, that's fair.
Like it's the
How the
same.
kids were when I was there too.
Yeah.
And I think that's what gives drummers like a sense of feeling like they're not musicians when they move forward, because when they were in high school, they're like separate.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not in the band, I'm in the drum line. No, you're playing a fucking instrument, you're in the band.
I feel like maybe they were doing that to differentiate themselves, to like elevate themselves from the.
They're wearing the same damn they're wearing the same damn uniforms, they're just holding sticks.
Yeah.
There's no,
Yep.
there's no difference.
You love holding sticks.
I do love holding sticks. 2 at a time. I'm fucking skiing. But, no, yeah, it's nice to hear like that, you know, because it is like, you know, people were like separatists back then about like, oh, I'm in the drum line, I'm on the marching band. It's like, no, motherfucker, you're in the marching band.
Yeah.
Like you're same uniform, a different instrument.
That's right.
And I love how you were like, well, I'm like really busy with school and doing all this stuff. And I'm like, oh man,
These poor kids.
that's like being a grown up.
Yeah.
Like that's part of the reason why the other two guys aren't here is because they're like they do have grown up stuff. Like so, like it's the same kind of we have to work around everyone's schedule. And high school just is a different thing to work around, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we all have stuff to work. It's just high school's funnier just to say that we have a high schooler in the band. So
Yeah. Do you like, can you just write a note for him?
right hey, this kid's allowed out. But,
Yeah.
hey.
Work release form.
Yeah.
When you excuse Carter from school, he is going to do some music stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
When
I'll try that
when he comes to practice, does he have a hot lunch or a packed lunch?
More than one occasion you showed up at Burger King, so
Yeah.
what do you
I guess hot.
Yeah, I guess hot.
Yeah, they can always be hot. I mean, it's not usually hot by the time you get it home, but it's still.
That's true.
Well, the Burger King near us has a history of being out of burgers.
Yeah.
The one at 51.
Yep.
Wait, which one on 51?
So we're from Bell Vernon, so
Oh, okay.
like Cedar Creek Park. I don't know if you know where that is, but
You guys are on a different side of 51 than we
Yeah.
are.
aren't you near West Mifflin?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a little further away.
But
Yeah,
that'd be
Our Burger King, everyone that I've been to, other than the one here, is good. Like
That tends to be the trend with Bell Vernon.
Yeah.
Talk about license in Bulgarian.
Did you?
Yeah,
That's probably why you have it.
that's probably why I have license. I drove on the wrong side of the parking lot and didn't use my turn signals.
Oh, Vernon is the place to go, guys.
yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I took me 3 times to get my license because, and I think that they just pitied me. They were just like, okay, fine, we can't see you anymore.
I got mine during COVID, so there was nobody in the car with me. They just watched me drive around a parking lot. And they're like, yep, that's good enough. And that explains why I'm a bad driver.
Yeah, it does.
It's nice. It was very nerve-wracking for me. So yeah, I'm glad I can drive now because it was touch and go for a while.
Yeah.
Still is. If somebody asked me to do that today, I'd probably fuck it up. But everybody's alive.
Yeah.
What do you know?
That I know of. Well, I didn't.
What was that bumpy the other day? We didn't see what it was.
It wasn't a fucking person.
Could have been.
No. Wasn't.
So,
If somebody's like this, like in the road, then you are asking to be hit by a car. You can't just like boop your leg out into the road.
That's fair.
I did hit a leg.
trying to trip her car.
They were trying to trip me. No, a Hyundai accent.
You could probably trip that car.
Oh man, you could trip my car. The Hyundai accident. Poor thing. I love it. It's like 10 years old and I don't know how it's still alive, but it's the best.
He's like
Um,
only
It's like
7 years younger than him.
the car is like the same. Anyways. So, what do you have coming up? You have music out. You have like that's the thing that's so cool is like you are doing a lot of things. Like you're seeing a lot of success already. What's coming up next?
So next up we have our EP release party on February 24th at Rhythm House Studios in Charleroi. That's gonna be our next big thing. And then what do we say? The high school is the next one after that?
We have after February, all we have is that EP party, and then March we have 3 shows. We have a St. Patrick's Day show, up in a manor. We have another one at the high school.
Yeah, we have a fundraiser at the high school.
What
Also,
high
we're
school?
talking
Is it
about
your high
Yeah, Bell Vernon High School, yeah.
school?
It's a fundraiser for the track team. So
That's really
We,
nice.
Little bake sale.
Will they probably wait, can we go?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's open to everyone.
Is it weird if we go?
I don't care.
No,
Nah.
no, it's probably one of our better shows actually because we have full control over the stage. We do whatever we want with it, so it's
Yeah.
more like an actual we're the only act there, but it's we have control over the sound system, the curtains, the lighting, we have everything. So,
yeah, we're hoping to get a lot of people again. We
Yeah.
did one back in October and got a decent amount of people.
yeah,
Yeah, I bet. Oh my God, send us the deets. We're going.
yeah. Well, we'd
We've
love to
never
see you there.
They
Um,
from high school before, but
Yeah,
Okay.
we all went there. We all went to the same high school. So it's kind of we all have different experiences there. So it's cool to go back.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm going.
But we our EP party is what we're real excited for that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, because we actually won a battle of bands a few months ago. The Spark Battle of Bands with Shell Shock. So they offered they are giving us a full album to record, which we're hopefully starting this summer. We're about halfway done writing it, I would say, right? Is that
Yeah, about halfway.
and then the EP, Rhythm House actually offered us that EP for free as well. And that was back
I don't remember.
a few months ago. And we finished recording a few months ago, and it's coming out on the 24th. And that's what we're excited for that too. That's in Charleroi. They have a stage there for bands as well, so we're excited for that.
That's
But we're
so
hoping
awesome. Those are like
we've made decent progress for being how long we've been a band? A year?
Yeah,
Year,
yeah,
too.
really.
Yeah, a year and a half maybe.
Probably coming up on our 2 years soon.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, we're very proud of that. I think I am. I don't know about you
Yeah,
guys,
yeah,
but
no.
Definitely.
insane. Oh my God. So wow. I don't even know what to say about that. Other than, like, just remember this podcast when you're big and
we will. Yeah, I think we're all pretty happy with where we're at. It's just a matter of respecting the process as we follow what we're doing, and we got here because of the opportunities that were given to us. I think that race. I know Race likes to. He's looking to play like Star Lake and
Yeah, bigger shows.
yeah.
One of these days.
You guys have been you're all 6. So
Yeah.
Star Lake, just keep doing what you're doing for fuck's sake.
Right.
I swear there's
Yeah, we're happy.
you should be. This is great. And I mean, just like the amount of success that you've seen so early on, like you should be so proud. And you should be looking at like Star Lake. Like you should be like, what am I doing next? Because you're on the trajectory. And it's just like, don't give up. Keep it going. It's so cool.
Yeah, I think like our next big step, if we ever got the opportunity, would be stage AE.
Yeah.
That's
It'd be fun.
Like
Yeah.
opening up for a
yeah,
band,
like opening up for a band. Obviously not headlining.
headlining stage AE.
Yeah, headlining stage AE just Broom.
But I love that. Our Brian opened up for stage.
Yeah,
It's totally attainable.
yeah, it's a attainable goal.
That's our. I think their Jurgles we're looking at.
Yeah,
we want
Jurgles
to
would be a
try to
good
get
one.
into show Jurgles.
Oh my god, you could headline it,
Yeah,
Jurgles.
Jurgles is easy enough.
Sorry, I read that.
Jurgles is easy enough. No,
Yeah,
you can get it no problem.
That'd be awesome. We signed up for what was that website called? That Porters. Did you ever hear the band Porters?
Mm-mm.
They're from I know where they're from New Ken, right? New Kensington, I think they said.
Somewhere north of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we played with them at the Bridge Music Bar. Geez, 2 weeks ago, maybe 3. I don't remember.
Yeah, like 3 weeks. ago.
But they given us the information of Drusky Entertainment, and so and they played Jurgles before, and they said that's how they did it. So we're trying to get there at least because I've seen a few shows there. I love it there. I think it's a great place.
It's great. And yeah, absolutely. Drusky is a great promoter. And I think that you might not even have to go through Drusky for
Yeah, you probably
Jurgles. So
Oh.
Jurgles is a very attainable goal.
Yeah, we where else we want? We want to play Mr. Smalls, the actual
Yeah.
stage.
PNC
Yeah.
Park.
PNC Park,
Yeah.
same level with Smalls.
Okay, well,
Uh,
you'll get there. It's just like you gotta, do the
Mhm.
things, get where you're going. And it's awesome. It's so awesome to see the youth. They're doing it. Oh man. Crazy
That-
people.
That is one thing, Race. I've talked. I think I've talked to you about. It's someone in the band I've talked to about this. We're like, surprisingly, we're one of the only like actively youth, like younger bands that we've seen around, which is kind of crazy to me to think about that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Porter's the only other one.
Porters and Unwanted Downfall.
Unwanted Downfall. Yeah, those guys too. They're younger than us, I think.
We have sorry. We had Bombcat on.
Yeah, Bobcat, yeah. that's
Yeah,
pretty young,
they're
too.
very young. There's a lot of actually young people, but not doing what you're doing.
Yeah, we always say there's a in Pittsburgh specifically, there's not a lot of bands that are doing like classic rock originals.
Mm-mm.
Like it's very cover heavy and like party band kind of thing. And then we do covers too. It's not that we don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do a lot of covers, but
And the metal scene in Pittsburgh is
oh my
huge.
god.
Yeah. Like your guy. What song were you? We were listening to some of your songs before we came on today. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. Manners. Yeah, like that kind of that genre is more prevalent in our generation right now, which is kind of strange that like not that the music's bad, but it's just a weird like segue. There's like it skips over the classic rock scene in
Right.
a weird way. It's a strange thing. I think because the older people don't older people don't go out and see shows anymore, and older people like classic rock, so the younger crowd's taken over and they like the heavier
Yeah.
stuff. And not that there's anything wrong with that. That's just how I think that explains the void.
Hang on. Are you saying we're the younger people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a accurate statement.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Thank you.
There's a lot of like there's the guys that are like in their 60s playing the kind of music we are.
Yeah.
But they don't attract younger crowds, so they don't
And I feel like that's what we try to do is like,
bridge the gap.
yeah.
Get
Like,
those old people out.
That's right.
Yeah, you want to get the oldies and the youngies. That's not.
Come on.
Yeah, that's true though.
You don't want young kids trying to get your old people out. That's not a good thing.
we're gonna make a God Hates Unicorns official statement. Don't try to get them out like that. But you can go see their show respectfully.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, that's our plan.
That's right.
Because Chris Hansen will come out.
Chris, take a seat.
Take a seat. Be like, this man is 22. Take a seat.
I was just here for a rock concert. Why are there condoms and Huggies in your bag?
What were your intentions tonight?
What are your intentions to it? Oh my goodness.
You have fruit snacks and fucking anal beads. What are you doing?
That would be something that somebody would bring to our concert too.
Fair enough.
At least
Yeah.
that we know of.
I have to say, one of the weirdest metal moments at one of our concerts is we were playing at Black Forge Coffee.
I love Blackboard.
Yeah, it was a cool place to play, and we're playing Mary Jane's Last Dance, and then like the crowd starts moshing. So
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we and I met Race. You joined in moshing or
Yeah,
getting out
yeah.
the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just a lot of the times we get thrown into those kind of shows with metal bands.
yeah,
So people expect metal music from us, and then that comes on. So like, oh, I guess we'll mosh, and then
Yeah,
just
I have noticed that multiple, like we the shows we've done with like multiple bands, it's like us and then 3 metal bands and then like kind of an in-between band. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we're here and everyone's here on the metal scale.
Oh man, we should make a metal scale.
Yeah.
That's a project for another day. Out of wood.
Ooh.
Out of metal.
The wooden metal. Yes. Yeah, no, and I think that I enjoy shows where it's like a very mixed genre most of all.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't want to sit through like I feel bad saying this because I love metal, but I'm not sitting through 6 hours of metal. I'm just like,
Yeah,
oh
that's,
my God,
yeah.
yeah.
We all agree. Like that's kind of how we are too. Like it's just a lot of it has been like Race. We talked about this too. That metal is kind of after 6 hours, the person who comes just for live music, like that doesn't know anything about the bands that are playing. After
Mhm.
6 hours, it starts to blend together, and no one sticks out.
Yeah.
And like whether it's not the band's fault, that's just how it usually
Yeah.
shakes
I
out.
mean,
So it's
that's how it is like for most genres too. But
yeah,
If you
yeah.
have 6 hours of anything.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Competition too. Like was my metal band better than the previous metal band or the next metal band? But if it's like 4 different bands completely, there's
Yeah.
no competition. Everyone's like, I was the best rock band. I was the best hip hop artist.
Yeah.
Like we played at Smiling Moose a month ago, and there was a prog metal band. There was us. There was Harold's Goose. Those guys are awesome.
Harold's Goose?
Yeah, have you heard of them?
No, what's a goose?
They're
they're like a comedy band.
Yeah,
they're
Yeah.
really cool. They have like
horns.
they have horns, so they have saxophones, they have a trumpet, they have a trombone. One of my favorite songs by them is called Phone Sex Operator.
Mm.
So yeah, they're definitely one of the more intriguing bands that we've seen.
Mhm.
First of all, don't know how you were even allowed in the venue to listen to that song.
Well, that particular night was an all ages show.
Yep.
They made a point. They made a point of that whenever we booked it. So
Yeah.
yeah, there was them. There was Blind Colors. They were like they were kind of closer to us.
Yeah.
But it's like a strange dynamic of having a lot of bands that are just kind of all over the place, and a lot of it is too for the audience members' enjoyment, right? If it, like you said, if you listen to the same genre for 6 hours, it's like, wow, this is kind of, they all sound the same, but it forces bands to stick out that way. So that's how we look at it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I do like that's great though. We do all ages shows and we say bad stuff.
Yeah. Well, we have to. That's the thing. Like, not all of our shows have been all ages, but if we want, most of our fan base right now is
Younger.
younger, like probably anywhere from 18 to 20.
Yeah.
So it's tough to get shows that that we can get people to come to that.
Yeah, because we've been offered a couple shows where they're like, you can come play here, it's 21 plus, but you have to sell 20 tickets. They're like, well, we definitely have 20 fans, but not above 21.
Yeah.
So it's we've had to turn down a couple of shows
Yeah.
just because of that reason.
That's why the high school show is so good, because then we have a lot of people coming that are in that younger age range and they can enjoy it. So.
Yeah.
I have a very important question.
Okay.
Can you get God Hates Unicorns in high school?
Oh my God, please let us play your high school.
What'd you say? I didn't hear you.
We want to play your high school.
Oh,
With all proceeds, every cent, and we will also donate.
Oh,
That's intriguing.
we'll ask the guys who booked the show for us. We'll see what they say.
I'll make cupcakes.
Bake sale will also donate in all proceeds, and I'll make crafts.
Oh wow,
Oh, wow,
that's a good
crafts
deal.
too.
We'll ask the guys who booked it.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah,
They're gonna
that's
say,
above our pay grade.
And then I want their
they're
contact
gonna be like,
information.
no way we're having these fucking assholes come to our high school.
I want them in the building, and we'll be like,
Just show up and start playing. Like
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
yeah,
no one's really gonna stop you.
yeah.
That's how you got Megan's Law.
Oh Jesus.
You just start shut up and start doing shit. Like, yeah, that's not correct.
nope.
Those lyrics are borderline harassment.
We have kids, and they see our shows, and I will be paying their people later, I guess. But
I saw I was listening to the Perishable episode. And you guys see, he said that when you guys played, was it Hard Rock where you hand out unicorn horns? Is that true?
everywhere, we
Yeah,
always hand out
yeah.
unicorns.
That's awesome.
It's cool.
We hand out stickers. We don't have
Stickers, yeah.
We went to
Picks.
see a band the other month called Bloody Run.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
Perishables brought them up.
They had a hammer that they like broke a bunch of stuff with, but then the hammer broke and he left it on the ground. So I took it. Actually, I have it. I'm gonna go get it. It's like a memento from.
It
the
was
show.
actually.
It'll be
Do you
great.
remember in your Perishables episode when he was talking about the Green Beacon Gallery show?
yeah, I love
That-
green.
That's the show that we saw them at. That we saw Perishables and Bloody Run there.
Okay,
Yeah, he's getting the hammer out.
pieces hanging there right now. By the way,
Oh,
She had some art hanging up on the walls there.
That's pretty cool.
Sale.
actually, a bunch of it was bought.
here we go.
Hammer, did you fix it?
Yep. No, it just fits together like pieces.
I love
What's it say? This machine destroys tyrants.
That's what.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
Kyle's a good guy. We're friends with Kyle from
Yeah.
that band.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's come to our shows. We go to his. But yeah, that was a fun night. That show. I'm pretty sure we all went, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh,
Uh-huh.
no, Bodie.
Buddy
Yeah,
worked,
buddy
yeah.
didn't go.
But yeah, we had a good time seeing that show. But yeah, the hammer. I love bands that I don't want to call it a gimmick, but like do that kind of stuff where they like have props and they
Yeah, it gets you more interested than
Yeah.
just music. It's cool.
yeah.
What do they mean tyrants though?
I don't know. It just says this machine kills time. That's literally all the context I have.
I was like, wait, I love it, and then I'm like,
I
wait a
think
minute.
he means nails.
Okay, nails.
Fucking nails.
I'm so fucking done with them. I'm fucking done. So I just want to like make sure we're clear because I'm like this machine, and I'm like, yeah, it kills tyrants. Yeah, wait, what is tyrants?
That's a bloody run
You
question.
gotta have to ask
Yeah.
Kyle that one.
Yeah. I think it's open for interpretation. Whatever tyrant you want to apply to the hammer, you can kind of.
Like race is a tyrant.
Yeah.
Wow, hot take.
Race is he's the butt of most of our jokes.
Yeah, on the rock.
Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, as long as you're okay with getting hit with a hammer, that's
It won't hurt that much.
fine. No, it won't hurt.
It's a limp ass hammer.
But no, you could just be like, it would hurt.
Yeah. We had for the first few shows we did, we had a broom that we pulled out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
If
stopped.
you don't always have a broom, you're fucking it up. Always have a broom for
That
broom.
is true.
Do you know how many times we've forgotten the broom?
Oh my god.
Like
We'd get to the show and Ben would be like, "You have the broom?" I'm like, "No."
You think they don't have a broom there? Ask them for their fucking broom.
That's true.
the one time we forgot a broom, and I think John had to bring it. He brought his broom, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we had an emergency broom dropped off. We had a care package.
Always should have a broom because you're broom. You're fucking broom. And if you don't have a broom, then nobody's gonna respect you.
I think that's true. I think
I
Yeah.
agree with
the
that.
shows that we have had the broom, I think I've gone over better than the shows without the broom. So
That is true.
You need the broom. Honestly, you can get a fucking broom for like $5.
Get my bro.
Where are you? Okay.
we the studio that let us record our EP for free, we got him as a thank you gift. We got him a broom that we all signed, and it's hanging up on their studio wall now.
I love that so much.
I feel like we should shout them out while we're here.
Yes.
Rhythm House Studios is in Charleroi. They have a recording studio that's awesome. They have really nice equipment. Bob Arthurs is the owner of that place, and they're very
What's cool about it is it is a recording studio. There is a studio and everything, but then he has a big live room, and every Saturday night there's either a live band that plays, or it's like a big jam session, or if there is a live band, after the live band there's a jam session. Everyone plugs in, and just kind of go around the room and play. It's fun.
Yeah, we've made a lot of connections there, actually. Like, we definitely wouldn't be where we are now without them.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you guys. This is seriously awesome, man. I can't wait to see where you go next.
Thank you.
You can't forget. I'm so sorry. We don't have
We've had plenty of broom puns given to us too on the way here. So
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to sweep you guys under the rug, but if you have any advice for any other young people,
Kindergarten, maybe.
shut up. Advice for any other young people who are interested in starting in music but a little bit nervous about it, what would you
Drop out.
advise?
It can't hurt. It really can't hurt. I mean, like,
It can if you get hit with that fucking hammer.
well, that is true. That is true. Start small, try to build your fan base up, see if you can get some recordings out, and then I mean, that's pretty much what we did.
yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't really have much of a plan, if I'm being honest.
I think when we first started, we were like, "Oh yeah, we're only doing bar gigs." And
I would honestly say, of other bands that we spent the most time preparing for our first gig, like when we started practicing together, it was like a year before we played out.
Yeah,
Like,
that was
we
big.
like we just built covers, and then our first show out, we played like an hour and a half of covers. So it was definitely,
That was important to me, at least, to have to not have a bad first impression when we played.
that would be another piece of advice is,
Yeah.
even if like you want to start a band and you want to go play out right now, take the next 6 months if it needs to get your sound really good.
Find the right people.
Even like if you go out and play a bad show and then in 6 months you sound really good, you're gonna have made that impression on people that you don't sound good. So
Oh my god, you never have a second chance to make a first impression.
Exactly.
true.
Like, we played our first show was actually at Bodie's grad party, the other
Yeah.
guitar player. And then we took a few months off,
a few months.
a year.
yeah, it was
Pretty
about
much
a year.
So our first like main show was last April of last year. And then from there we kind of just built up. We did Battle of the Bands.
It was fun.
We won both rounds. That gave us the album. So like that, try to just get your name out. Even if we didn't win the Battle of the Bands, you know how many people saw us that wouldn't have
Yeah.
otherwise? Like,
And like the thing about that is we won, there was a band that won the first round with us and they got a free song. So like, go enter the Battle of the Bands, and then
Yeah.
even if you don't get first place of the second round, if you get second place of the first round, you still get prizes. There's
Yeah.
always this.
that's where we met Dream the Heavy.
Yeah,
They were we saw them in the second round of that. And I don't want to downfall. Is that where we met them too? No, we played a show with them before.
yeah,
Yeah.
we knew them previously.
You beat them though.
Did you beat Dream the Heavy?
In the
Yeah.
second
Yeah.
round, yeah.
Fuck you, Dream the Heavy.
No.
We thought they were gonna win.
I totally thought they had us because they played after us, and I'm standing there and I'm like, oh my god, they're so good.
Shit.
No, they were incredible. I don't know the order that it ended up being, but they had to have been third place. Like, they had to have been so close to it.
There's no like they were nuts.
The distance.
Second loser.
No,
Sorry?
I am so obsessed with them. They seriously are my new favorite band.
They're great, and
Yeah.
they know how to get a crowd involved.
Yeah,
Like,
TK is incredible at getting the crowd to sing and like he's just such great. He's like Freddie Mercury or something.
yeah,
like
he's a great stage
Yeah.
presence.
God, that is exactly how I would describe him. He's like this
Dead.
fucking. Anyways,
What? I mean,
Thank you.
Freddie Mercury's dead. I mean,
Thank you
So-
so much for coming on. We love you, Dream the Heavy. We can't wait to play with you at the end of March.
Yeah. Well,
We're-
we need to see Dream the Heavy. We're trying to get on a bill with Dream the Heavy too. So
Yeah,
we-
trying to
we-
play with them again.
Third place losers.
no, I mean we've been trying to play with them since then because we want to have another band that
Want to fucking put them down again?
No, shut up. Okay, thank you, Broom.
thank you for having us.
Thank you for
Thanks for
coming.
coming on.
Check out the links below. Check out All Things Broom. They got a new EP coming out.
They're better than Dream the Heavy.
But I'm saying,
Fucking
shut up.
voters said so.
Anyways, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I can't
Of
wait
course.
to see you next. You guys are gonna just fucking explode. I'll buy a stage ticket.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
Somebody in high school.
And we're coming to fucking so thank you.
Not in a weird way.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.